Demi Lovato. Get to both those stories here in a bit. But first, why are the cops giving Britney Spears a warning? What did she do?
Well,
did she leave her house?
She does. And she has been staying in Cabo for a while. If you have not been following her, which I don't think you do. Do you follow her on the gram?
I had to stop because it was just too sad.
Yeah.
It was bumming me out.
There are times that I feel that way as well. But then there's other times that I'm like, grab the popcorn, here's the show.
Right.
But she's been in Cabo San Lucas for a while, and I guess she decided to finally fly back to L.A., but she did get in a little bit of trouble. So she lit up a cigarette on a public charter that was going from Cabo to L.A.
So she doesn't fly private.
No, this is a private jet. That's the thing. The flight attendant told her she had to put it out. And then when the plane landed, the cops were there waiting for her, and they gave her a warning. And Britney even posted about it on her own personal Instagram. She said, I thought this plane was a plane that I could smoke on because the drink holders were on the outside of the seat. Now, doesn't that make sense?
No.
I don't know.
Again, this goes to my whole,
I also thought that you could smoke on a private plane. Can you not smoke at all on any airplane?
I think for safety reasons, they outlawed it.
Maybe that's the case.
Having any kind of open flame on an airplane.
I don't know.
Just another check on I think the public got that one wrong, and maybe she should still be in some sort of conservatorship.
Yeah.
Maybe a different one with different people on top. But
yeah, I don't know. She also said this was the first time that she had ever drank vodka and that she felt so clear and smart.
Great.
Yeah, that's what makes you feel better. She said she did apologize, but she did feel like it was kind of much the flight attendant told on her. She also added that the flight attendant, did not like her from the moment that she got on the plane, saying she, quote, invaded my space when she fastened my seatbelt.
Be like, get off the plane. This is confusing to me because you said it was a public charter. You also said it was a private plane. Those sound like opposite things to me.
So I don't know. I thought public charter, so you think she was just a part of the...
That's what I'm asking. In other words...
I thought it was a private plane. But maybe that isn't. Was a public charter means that she was just like...
That leads me to believe that there were, the public has access to it.
Oh, but it's a smaller plane?
Which I guess you could argue rich public.
Maybe that's what it is. Because it's not like she was on Delta Flight 202 from this to this.
Right.
Well, sometimes, too, those charter planes will be like, hey, you're going to take the Viva Aerobus from Cancun to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Even though it says Viva Aerobus on the side, and they're the ones operating it, it is technically considered a private charter.
Maybe that's
because the travel company charters that for all the people going to resorts and stuff like that.
Right. It's like an Apple Vacations deal
correct,
kind of
exactly.
thing.
That's what she was on. She did Apple Vacation.
But this is mind blowing to me. Doesn't she just have her own plane or share a plane with other rich people and just take it out to go to Hawaii and stuff? How's she been getting around all this time?
That is exactly what I would have thought too, because when she posts pictures of her on airplanes, it's like nobody else
looks like
is
it's
on
private.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably where the confusion was. I don't know.
She's like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. But I will tell you, I mean, she's been there, I think, for several weeks. And on her own Instagram, she was just like walking around Fountain Square, like whatever the Cabo San Lucas Square was. She was just out walking around, doing her own thing. She was on a lot of the public beaches. So maybe this is like a cost-cutting thing for her. I don't know.
And she's no less famous there than she would be here, right?
I mean, isn't Cabo like lower L.A.?
Kind of. It is just a quick...
There are some in L.A. who would argue, yeah.
I don't know.
They would say so.
I feel like that's a lot of the celebrities go there all the time because it's like they're still, on vacation, but it's easily accessible.
Well, in other e-news this morning, there are a lot of ways to die in a Final Destination movie. But it turns out there's potential for dying in a movie theater showing one. During a screening of Final Destination Bloodlines in Argentina, the ceiling in the theater collapsed and fell on a 29-year-old woman who was there with her 11-year-old daughter.
This is terrifying.
it barely missed her head because she just happened to be leaning over the armrest. But she did suffer some injuries that required a visit to the hospital, and she says she hasn't been able to work for several days. So, not that surprisingly, she contacted a lawyer. Mm-hmm. The woman remembers hearing a loud noise, but she says, quote, "At first I thought the loud noise, I thought that was part of the movie because we were just so involved in the movie, but then this huge piece fell on me, and that had to have been startling."
Yeah. 100%.
Can you imagine? Like, you're watching that kind of movie anyway, a Final Destination movie, and something like that happens where the ceiling falls in, and I'd be like, I'm out.
Yes. Well, that's like, it's a jump scare movie. Like, that's what it's for. And so if you even heard that loud thing, you would think it's part of the movie. I don't know. All right, a little bit of sad news we got to tell you about. This came down over the weekend. Phil Robertson, the patriarch of the family behind Duck Dynasty, did pass away on Sunday.
Oh.
He was 79 years old. We don't know the exact cause of death, but Phil had been suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and he also had a blood disorder. The family said they are going to have a private service, but they're going to do a big celebration of life at some point, and the public will be invited to that.
So here is Phil in a gun and duck commercial for Mossberg back in 2014. This guy was all over the place.
Come home with us. Let's go back to our roots. The Blue Wings are on the move. The grand passage has begun. Brush your blinds. Grab your gun. Let's go kill some ducks, boys. Mossberg, built rugged, proudly American, just like us.
Phil is a Louisiana native and the founder and president of the hunting company Duck Commander, in case you didn't know. They started the family business in 1972 with that patented duck call. All the men in Duck Dynasty, if you never watched it, all the men in the family, they have beards.
Oh, big, long beards.
And they would talk about it often. He was on the Today Show once back in 2013 on why they have them and why they'll never shave them off.
See, you came out of your mother's womb, you reached a certain majority of years, and hair started coming forth from your face. So we usually remind people that the only two people who do not have whiskers are women and children, and we are neither of those.
Okay.
I feel like they are responsible for a lot of the long beard culture that we have now.
The Duck Dynasty guys?
It feels like that to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it was those people and the people that made beer in their garage were the two.
The hipsters.
The big ones that started the beard movement. Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel more manly.
Listen, if you are a fan of the show, though, they are coming back this Sunday, June 1st. Jeff, they have a new version. It's called Duck Dynasty, The Revival.
Great. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Miley Cyrus caught a leg infection.
This is gross.
I don't know how you get a leg infection, but
she's got a new album coming out this week. So I've been following her. She's been doing a lot of the media rounds, and this was a disgusting story that she shared.
yeah, back in October, she filmed a video for a new song called Walk of Fame, where she literally rolls around on the sidewalk, and she somehow ended up catching an infection on her kneecap.
Can we just briefly discuss how disgusting, like, the ground is? Like, I've seen people take a public poo on the ground, the sidewalk.
Yeah, you'd think maybe they would have, like, hosed it down first.
Right! That's what I was curious. Like, were
Like,
they
if they
not
knew they were going to
washing
shoot
it?
at that location, they might have just...
Like, done scrubs. Like, gone out there with, like, the bristles and some power wash.
Well, I don't know. I would have gone that far.
Heck yeah, man.
But, you know, maybe that's what she wanted. Like, she wanted it looking really gritty.
Authentic.
Yeah. She said, by November at Thanksgiving, I was put in the ICU for a hot minute. But, you know, that was mostly because there were just so many people in the ER. And my leg began to just literally disintegrate within some way around the kneecap area. And the surgeon comes in, takes a look at me, and the surgeon said, yuck. Which, that's not a good sign when a surgeon says, yuck. Mm-mm. You know, they open cadavers. So when they say, yuck, they see inside the guts of humans, and they're looking at me, telling me I'm disgusting. That's not a good sign.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really bad.
But I guess she's going to be okay. She's okay.
Yeah, that's good news. I can't wait to hear her new album.
I caught it in time.
It's going to be good this week. All right, Demi Lovato. She got married on Sunday in Santa Barbara, California. The lucky guy is Canadian singer-songwriter Jordan Lutz. He goes by Jutes. He's 34. She's 32. And the two of them met while they were writing songs for her album, Holy Bleep. They went public with their relationship in August of 2022. He proposed in December of 23. And it looks like Paris Hilton was her guest DJ at the wedding.
That's cool. She did a little set.
She did. And
Does she have any skills?
Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a club DJ.
Yeah, but like, did they hire her because she's good, or did they hire her because she's Paris Hilton?
She has the really cute really cute pair of headphones. I've seen them
Oh.
they're blinked out. I don't know. I feel like she's a nice person that could get
Anybody
the
have
club
a
hype.
recording of her?
Not sure on her mixes, Jeff.
No?
Yeah.
All right.
Great
I don't know
question.
either.
Great question.
Yeah.
though.
I will tell you, though, I did see, I think it's Vogue. I can't remember, but Demi Lovato, one of the magazines covered her whole wedding. And I saw a bunch of pictures over the weekend. She looked gorgeous.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So Billy Joel had to cancel all of his scheduled concert dates because he was recently diagnosed with some kind of brain disorder.
This is scary.
It's called normal pressure hydrocephalus, or NPH for short. That's how they commonly refer to it. And it's basically when there's excess cerebrospinal fluid in the brain's ventricles. So Billy, obviously, he's disappointed, and he sent a message out to the fans saying, "I'm sincerely sorry to disappoint our audience. Thank you for understanding." His team put out a statement, I guess, saying his condition had gotten worse because of recent performances. So he's been having issues with hearing, vision, and balance. Mm-hmm. I mean, didn't he fall recently?
He did fall. And I think that's kind of what started this whole kind of process, was that he fell on stage.
Yeah, so under doctor's instructions, he's undergoing specific physical therapy, and he's been advised to refrain from performing during this recovery period. Billy's wife, Alexis, thanked fans for their love and support. We're grateful to the wonderful care and swift diagnosis we received. We're hopeful for his recovery. His ex-wife, chiming in, also posted a video of Billy and their daughter, Alexa, with a supportive message. The whole Brinkley gang is sending you lots of love and good wishes for a full and speedy recovery. And also buy my book. No, she didn't say that part.
Well, I bought tickets for my parents for their birthdays, like my dad and my mom. I was like, oh, here you go. Happy birthday, guys.
So they're just going to refund to form a payment, right?
Yes. And they, because the Paycor show, which I think was September 20th, clearly is a part of this with him and Rod Stewart. But I haven't gotten my refund yet, so I'm sure it'll be coming sometime soon.
Okie doke.
All right, the American Music Awards aired last night, and no, Taylor Swift was not there.
What?
Her fans are mad.
Oh, my God, you guys.
Yes, people are so mad because everyone was fully anticipating Taylor Swift showing up. She did not show up. The other thing we thought that was going to happen was we were going to get Reputation, Taylor's version. That did not happen.
Does Taylor Swift show up if she's not winning anything?
See, and that's going to be my big question. I don't think so, because she did not win I don't think she won a single thing. Billie Eilish was the big winner.
She cleaned up
from last night. Yeah, she got 7 awards. She pretty much won every category that she was nominated in, but she wasn't even there because she's on tour in Europe. But she got Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Favorite Pop Album, Favorite Touring Artist, Favorite Female Pop Art. I mean, she got everything. The other thing that was really interesting, Jeff, I did watch the very beginning. Jennifer Lopez, she kicked off the show. She did a 6-minute performance. She did 23 different songs, and she even kissed 3 of her backup dancers.
She did 23 songs in 6 minutes?
Yeah, it's like a medley.
That's
like, you know
speedy.
how you know how it comes out and they sing like a little version.
Oh, like a medley?
Yep. They did like a little snippet of this and then went to that song. But I'll tell you, she looked amazing.
Yeah.
She is dancing. She did great, in my opinion.
Wow.
And she also announced that she is going to be in Vegas, and they're calling this a residency, which I feel like if you play one show in Vegas, they're now calling it a residency.
Yeah. I'm a resident for one show.
She has 4 shows. She announced 4 shows. She's playing like December 30th, 31st, 1st, and 2nd of this year, like January or December and January at Caesar's Palace. 4 shows.
I was a resident of the Holiday Inn for 2 days while we were in Cleveland.
That's kind of what it feels like to me. But yeah, so I mean, some of the other things, Eminem won his first AMA in 15 years. Benson Boone did a big backflip. There was no like real over the top fashion. The other kind of trending moment is SZA won. And when she got up to accept her award, her dress was so tight on her legs, she couldn't get up the steps.
Yeah.
So they had to get somebody to like help her up. But other than that, that was kind of it.
So this is kind of crazy. I find this really interesting, and I didn't know you could do this. Indonesia. I've never been to Indonesia. But it's my understanding that Indonesia is a predominantly Muslim country with very strict obscenity laws. The Foo Fighters have a show scheduled in the city of Jakarta on October 2nd. So how's that going to work? Because it's the Foo Fighters, and if you know the Foo Fighters, like, what are they just going to clean it up?
I mean,
for Indonesia?
Dave says a lot of F words.
A lot of cuss words.
Even when he's talking,
Well, evidently, their tour rider includes a provision that allows them to swear, drink, and smoke on stage. So I take that as this is a tour rider specifically for the Jakarta show. Mm-hmm. A guy named Ravel Gennardi is promoting the show. And he said, as long as they don't touch on sensitive topics like race, religion, or Indonesian cultural values, then we'll allow it. So if you got a potty mouth, as long as you don't touch on those 3 things, race, religion, Indonesian cultural values, you're fine.
Did they make an extra payment to the government for this?
That's what I'm thinking. There had to have been some little deal.
Yeah, but it says years in prison. I mean, would you even want to?
Wouldn't risk it.
No.
Well, and that's the thing. So violation of Indonesia's obscenity laws can result in anything from a fine, 2 years in prison, I guess depending on the nature of the offense, or, or maybe it's up to whoever the magistrate is that's ruling on the case. But the promoter was trying to get ahead of any controversy by talking about it ahead of time, what authorities can expect, so that no one's blindsided, no one's shocked by it, giving the authorities a chance to raise any other concerns they may have before the show.
Yeah.
But still, if you're Foo Fighters, I mean, that's still risky. It's like, well, who's to say we're not going to get there and they're not going to interpret something that we say that's not intended to be about race, religion, or Indonesian cultural values, but they take it as such.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you even want to set foot in the country and take that chance?
I think you got to stick to the script.
Right.
Maybe you get like a teleprompter and you just go straight from that.
Let's just sing the songs, clean up the lyrics a little.
Yeah.
I gotta every 3 songs just say, "What's up, Jakarta?"
Yes.
That's it. They really don't have to do much beyond that.
And the smoking too, like they do. I don't think Dave. I haven't seen Dave smoke on stage, but some of the other people in the band do.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So that genealogist though that found my sister that I never knew I had?
Yeah.
She lives there full time.
Really?
Yeah. And the way she talks about it is it's just, it's cool. Yeah, it's chill. It's just like any other country.
In Indonesia.
Yeah, they got some rules and stuff, but whatever. She doesn't seem all that
She's
oppressed
like, I'm pretty
by.
straight laced. It's fine.
Well, I guess you could argue she is kind of straight laced.
Yeah.
But she likes it there, though.
That's neat.
Loves the people.
Maybe you could go visit.
Lived there a lot of years. Maybe I will.
Yeah.
That's your latest E! News. We'll have more for you coming up after 7 o'clock. In the meantime, straight ahead, We got a new code word. Could be your name. You don't win anything.
But you're special.
But, you're special for an hour. Right.
Oh.
And, the more code words you enter, the better your chances of winning. So we figured let's just make the code words, your name.
Yes. And people like hearing their name. We've had several people go, oh my gosh, I'm the code word.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So listener appreciation. Minus Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rod Stewart. I know some people really were there for Rod.
But all the other 40 some odd shows, they're still coming. They're still on the schedule. So we'll have that for you coming up after 7 o'clock. In the meantime, let's check the roads. We've got Denise Johnson, and she's got your traffic.
Well, the good news is the roads are dry starting off our morning commute. Things are slow if you're heading eastbound 275 across the Carroll Cropper Bridge. And starting to see a little bit of traffic slow down northbound on 471 just as you're crossing the Daniel Carter Beard Bridge.
Metro, your way to earn rewards. Learn more at go-metro.com. I'm Denise Johnson. That's